Well, last year alone, almost 100 Confederate monuments were removed across the country. And last month, a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee in Richmond, Virginia, joined that list. But there is one Confederate memorial that receives a hefty amount of tax dollars every single year in the state of Alabama. A recent Washington Post report reveals that Alabama's Confederate Memorial Park house to a museum and two cemeteries last year alone received $670,000, get this, in taxpayer money. All while some black historical sites struggle to keep their doors open. So joining me now is the author of that report, Emmanuel Felton, and he is a race and ethnicity reporter at the Washington Post. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so you got to break this down for us. How is it possible that this Confederate Memorial Park, which also has a Confederate museum in it, continues to receive $670,000 in taxpayers' money? Some people that are against this are still having to pay for it. What's the history behind this type of allocation?
Yeah, so it's a 100-year problem for Black people in Alabama, really. So in the Jim Crow Constitution from 1901, white lawmakers had just gotten control back of the government after Reconstruction ended, and they wanted to cement their power. And so they wrote this Constitution that's filled with these segregationist, racist policies. So when it comes to the Confederate Memorial Park, what it comes down to is that there's a tax written into that Constitution. And that tax is for Confederate veterans and their widows. The problem is there are no more Confederate veterans and their widows, right? Like, they're all dead by now. So what they've done with a portion of this tax since then is send it along to this museum that they founded at the site where they used to send indigent Confederate veterans and their widows. So that site was closed down in 1934. In the height of the civil rights movement, they decided to reopen it as a monument and museum for the Confederacy. And 50 years later, it's still getting this taxpayer funding that was originally written into this racist 1901 Constitution.
That is crazy. Isn't there any way that something can be done to reenact what was said when it was created? Because it's clearly not the case at this time, especially if there are no living widows around.
Right. I mean, so there was a pair of lawmakers last session that tried to do something about it. A Black Democrat and a white Republican teamed up, and they were going to finally get this change after 100 years. And what their proposal was is they weren't even going to strip funding from this Confederate memorial. What they were going to do is at least match that funding to Black historic sites across Alabama. That bill did not move in the legislature last year. Neither of the co-sponsors returned my calls, but they seemed really confident that it would pass. But there's been efforts to do this for years, and there's always been pushback from groups like the Daughters of the Confederate Veterans.
Okay, so on the flip side of all of this, why is it that some of these Black historical sites and museums never see a dime of that taxpayer money?
Well, part of it is they don't have that special tax in the Constitution, right? So they don't have that dedicated revenue source that the Confederate Museum does. And so they're competing for grant dollars and your tourist dollars just like everyone else. But, these are a lot of small museums that get by on $10,000, $20,000 a year budgets, and they can't afford to pay staff. All they can afford to do is keep their doors open. And I mean, some of these are really important sites. I mean, one of the places I visited was the Tabernacle Church in Selma, Alabama. And it's an amazing place. It's a beautiful church, and it's the place where the voting rights movement really started. The first mass meeting of the voting rights movement started in this church, and that led to the march to Montgomery, from Selma to Montgomery, and that led to the Voting Rights Act. Still, they have not received a dime from the Alabama Historical Commission, despite 3 years of trying. And it's just what the Alabama Historical Commission tells me is they just don't have the funds.
But it's on their registry as a historical site, so they did not have the funds for that specific place, but have the funds to give to all these other places. And how can the Tabernacle Baptist Church fight so they are able to get some of those funds that we know exist? They're just choosing to allocate them to different places.
Right. So according to the Alabama Historical Commission, they got $4 million worth of grant applications last year. They were only able to fill $1.3 million of it. where, and they say a significant number of that included Black historic sites. But none of the sites I visited in Alabama last week received any money. And the question is, like, how do you fight to preserve, both, there's this clear agenda there to fight to preserve and promote Confederate history. How do we get the same footing for Black history sites? And so far, we just haven't seen that happen.
Now, you mentioned about past legislation that didn't go anywhere on the floor, but is there currently an effort to change the current allocation set up in Alabama specifically, and maybe also the rest of the country? And if so, are there possibly people that might stand against such a proposal?
Yes, so what we know in Alabama is there are people like Patricia Godwin, who's a member of the Selma chapter of the Daughters of the Confederacy, who is vehemently against directing any funding to Black historic sites until she says there's equal treatment to Confederate history in the Alabama classroom. So she wants Confederate History Month celebrated in April, just like Black History Month is celebrated in February. So on her part, she would like, there's this almost victimization among a lot of the Confederate supporters that I've come across. That I called her and got her voicemail, and she said she couldn't answer the phone because she was on the battlefield of the war against Southern cultural genocide. So they use some strong language, and yeah, we'll see. If so far we haven't seen much movement in Alabama on this issue.
Oh my goodness. And you bring up a good point, because we're seeing a lot of this cultural war over whose narrative will be the main narrative in the nation, especially taught in the classrooms. I mean, we see it over the anti-critical race legislation being proposed in the GOP-led state right now. So how does that cultural war connect to the way museums and monuments are actually funded in a state like Alabama?
Yeah, it's part and parcel of that war, right? It's another battlefront in the war of what version of American history gets told and promoted in the classroom, and who really gets to tell their history. And, the Confederacy Museum in Alabama is open 7 days a week because of all the funding that they have. And they could really, they have school visits and all of these other things that, like, those Black sites running on shoestring budgets just cannot have that kind of influence on education in Alabama. So yeah, once again, these monuments and these memorials and museums really are part of that battle. Which version of American history is going to win out?
Well, before you go, I just want curious, are there any resources that you can give to our viewers who may be associated with a historical site or a Black museum or monument, and ways to get more funding for their benefit?
I mean, the U.S. Park Service is working with civil rights sites across the country, especially in the South and border states, and that is a great resource. The Tabernacle Church hasn't gotten anything from the state of Alabama, but they have managed to raise almost $1 million to fix the century-old roof and foundation from the U.S. government's Park Service. So that should be stop one.
Well, thank you so much for that information and that resource, and thank you for your article. Hopefully a lot of people will read it, and this will bring light to that situation. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, we want you to join this conversation as well. We want to hear from you all out there. Don't just watch, join the conversation. Head over to our BNC Instagram and Twitter pages and let us know how you feel about this topic. Also, don't forget to visit our website, bnc.tv, and subscribe to our YouTube page to check out clips from the show.